Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back for another Slim Sports interview. And as always, I'm your host, Jay Slim. And joining me today is a human highlight reel, a dunking machine from his time in the JUCO ranks, and is now going to be dunking it on some people's heads at the Division I level next year with East Carolina heading to the American Conference with some of the best, proving why he is one of the best of the best. Ladies and gentlemen, 6'9" forward from Mississippi Gulf Coast, now joining the Pirates. Matthew Hinton. How's it going, Matt?
Going well, going well.
Hey, that's great to hear, man. Obviously, you had a great season this past year, average double figures, took a huge jump from your freshman year to where you could show people, hey, I belong in the D1 ranks. I'm one of these top level JUCO products, no matter where you are in the country at any region. And obviously, you guys had a whole lot of wins to go along with the numbers that you put up individually. And I want fans, viewers that are just now getting to hear your name for the first time, see your face for the first time, to get to learn some of these accolades, some of what you were able to do this past season in a very quick segment called Resume Rundown, where I'm going to show off what you do best by doing what I do best, and that's making some graphics. And this one right here, we're going to start off second team all conference this past season, the MACCC, very tough conference in the Mississippi area. And you yourself, you averaged your field goal percentage was 62.8%. That ranked fourth in the conference. Also was fifth in the conference in offensive rebounds per game. Quite a few coming on putback dunks, by the way.
Yeah.
And I mean, you were getting offers after offers throughout the year. Jacksonville from the ASUN, Charleston Southern, Southern U, Alabama A&M, just to name a few. And obviously East Carolina being the place that you chose to continue your career at the Division I level. And I want to ask you about this JUCO journey for you with Gulf Coast. You come in, your freshman year last year, you have a good role. This past year, you took an even more pivotal role for this team. I believe the second leading scorer on the team for what was one of the top offensive scoring teams in the entire conference. What has the past 2 years really meant to you to be able to grow your game to become the player you are now?
It meant a lot to it meant a lot to me. Just coming into JUCO, fresh out of high school, realizing that my path might be different from the other kids, and taking the JUCO route, realizing that JUCO's a grind. JUCO's it's a dog world. It's a dog eat, dog eat dog kill world. So it's like I had that mentality coming in. Like my freshman year, I knew my situation. I knew I was going to be a backup. So I took that and just stayed disciplined and stayed true to who I really am. Stay true to my people. My people back at home really encouraged me. My team, my mom, my dad, my advisor, my coaches, they all kept me level headed with the situation that I came into. Especially, of course, like my coaches here at Perk, Mississippi Gulf Coast, they told me what it was. They told me how, your freshman year, you're gonna be somebody's backup. And it was just I took that with a grain of salt and just kept working, kept developing, kept you know, just kept my head straight, kept my head on the swivel, making sure that I knew my time was coming, so I just kept working for it. And then coming into this year, I knew I had a bigger role as a sophomore, as a leader at that. I knew that I had a freshman group that they looked up to, so I had to come in and just really put on a good role, a good role model to show these freshmen what winning looks like and what true Division I player looks like. In my case, to show them really how hard work really pays off in the end. So that was
Hey,
my mindset to really just be a good role model to my teammates.
Hey, there you go, man. Obviously, you did just that. And, JUCO gets a bad rap. There's a lot of very talented players that come out of the JUCO ranks. Obviously, you played alongside some other Division I talent at Gulf Coast this past year.
Yeah.
You weren't the only Division I signee on that team. And I mean, even some of the places that you were getting offered from, I know Jacksonville and Charleston Southern. I'm actually very close friends with two of their big men who are now graduated, but they came from the JUCO ranks as well. And they had great D1 careers, just as you're looking to do as well. And I mean, if this past year was any indicator, I mean, what you were able to do, you grew your numbers from, I believe you averaged around 6 points per game your freshman year. This
Yeah.
year, you averaged nearly 11 points per game, 6.5 rebounds. And like I mentioned before, 63% from the field as a whole. And some of these games were just insane, the numbers you put up. Against Northwest Mississippi, 16 points and 7 boards there. East Mississippi had 20 points and 13 rebounds. And then Delgado Community College, 26 points and 12 rebounds against them. So able to showcase what you were able to do all throughout this season. And obviously, when you're going from your freshman to sophomore year in JUCO, obviously you have to take that big step because it's a 2 year school. There's no other
Yeah.
option. You have to be able to take that big step, or you're just going to stay stagnant, plateau where you're at. What would you say was the biggest step that you took as a sophomore to where you could produce higher numbers and more wins for this team?
I'll say it's discipline. Like really being disciplined to the staying discipline, being true to the process, knowing the situation that you're in, knowing that you're a sophomore now, knowing that this is your last year, knowing that I had to produce and product for my team. So I think I had that mentality and mindset coming into the year. That summer, I was in the gym 3 times a day, 3 times a week. Well, no, 3 times a day. Yeah, Monday, early in the morning, afternoon, and late night. So just knowing that this is it for me. Like this is my last year, so I got to go out with a bang. I got to showcase my talents. So I think that was the biggest leap I'll say was just being disciplined and being really understanding what was at stake and knowing that I could get potentially play basketball at division one level. So I just took that and ran with it and tried to go all out for my last year.
Hey, there you go, man. Obviously, you were able to help Mississippi Gulf Coast to a whole lot of wins, showing that not only can you put up numbers, but you're a winning factor as well. This past season, you guys went 23-7 overall, 10-4 in conference action. That Northwest game, you guys won 100-98, obviously putting up a whole lot of points on the board. East Mississippi, 97-69. And going against Delgado, where you had those 26 points, you had an 86-81 win against them as well. So, obviously able to go against these tough teams, especially in conference action, and put up these wins. And you guys actually had a 10-game win streak at one point this season after the first 2 games of the season where you won one, lost one, 10 straight wins. It's hard enough to just put together a 3, 4 game win streak. You guys won
Yeah.
10 in a row. What would you say really clicked early on for not only yourself individually, but also for this team as a whole to where you guys were able to continue this success throughout the season?
I feel like our chemistry, that's what really made us blossom as a team. Like everywhere we go as a team, we was always with each other, like off the court. Like for example, we'll go eat together at the cafeteria, like just to build small conversation, build small bonds within like the team. So I feel like our chemistry really helped us develop that 10-game win streak, and it showed on the court because we knew each other's weaknesses and strengths. So we knew what everybody did on the team. So that really helped us knowing how each other play, and it showed on the court, and it just showed like our chemistry really it was just our chemistry. I don't know really how to explain it. We was really one. Like it was 15 guys on the team, but it felt like everybody was just one person because we knew each other so well, and we just built that bond to keep getting better, stay in the gym, and focus on the grind, and showing that 10-game win streak we had.
Hey man, I mean, I saw you guys play in person. I completely understand where you're coming from. You guys had that flow offensively and defensively to where you all knew where each other was at. And when you're able to have that kind of chemistry on the court, obviously that's why you guys were able to win as much as you did. And you yourself having that chemistry is why they were able to find you for lobs. You were able to come in on these putback dunks, put up some big time highlights throughout the season. And I want to talk about some of these big time dunks specifically in a segment that I like to call Make That Play, where I'm going to show off what I feel like were your top 3 dunks from this past season. But obviously, I'm just a stats guy. I'm just a fan of the stands. You're the one on the court doing what you do best. So, what would you say was your best play from this past season?
Best play. It was an East Mississippi game. I remember it was an inbound play. I think the play broke down because we was getting our set and the play broke down. So I was like, let me go make something. Let me make a play. Then the guy was guarding me, so I kind of like swim moved over him. The guard who's taking it out, he threw it to me. I caught it, and dunked on the big man. But they called it back as a travel for some reason. I don't know, but I felt like that was my biggest play in my biggest play in my career right there. Even though they called it back, but I
Hey,
liked it. It was a good play to me.
hey, sometimes the best ones, unfortunately, do get
You
called back.
know, like
You Guys in
It
stripes,
was
man.
nice.
Sometimes you can't control them, but I mean, obviously that right there is a great play, and obviously with it being called back, that's probably why it didn't pop up on Synergy for me. Otherwise, it sounds like I would have had that at number one on my list. But I'm going to show off the three that did count on my list, and at number three is this poster alley-oop that you had against the Louisiana Knights, where your teammate just threw it up to you, pinpoint pass by him. Credit to him, great pass by them, and you posterized not one but two defenders on this dominant slam. So
Yeah.
obviously a huge poster for you there. Number two, I was here in person for this one. I
Oh
saw you have
yeah.
a big time dunk. You go and you basically jump over my point guard because your teammate missed a layup. You had a put back dunk where you literally were over top of my point guard there. So obviously a big time dunk there as well. And number one, a fast break double clutch dunk against Southwest where you showed off the athleticism, being able to move up and down the court on a fast break, where your teammate ended up finding you in stride, and you had a defender right on your hip, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
You ended up going through, and he was right on your side. You went up, brought it back down for a
Yeah. I
second,
remember that.
and back up
Yeah, I
for
remember
the
that.
dunk.
Yeah.
So,
It was on
I mean,
that.
those three plays right there were insane. Obviously, the one you mentioned there, and then a whole lot of other dunks that you had. I mean, it was hard to just pick three, to be honest. And in order to have these posterizing dunks, you have to have an aggressive mindset. I have guys on where, I have a lot of big men on this podcast, obviously being, having a lot of basketball players. And when it comes to certain big men, there's a certain mentality when it comes to dunking the ball on people's heads. You have to have that aggressive mindset in order to do that. And obviously, you were able to do that this past season. Talk to me real quick about having that advantage at this kind of level, at the junior college level, to where you can get yourself noticed a little bit more and make more of an impact for your team, having that aggressive mindset.
Yeah, it's just like going into every game, I really just try to clear my head and just try to focus at the task at hand, like focus on my matchup, focus on the team, how they play, and just go from there. And then when I step on the court, it's just like I zone all my distractions out and just go kill. Like it's just I think for me personally, it's just embedded in me. Like I've been having that mindset since I was in high school, and then just trying to transition it over to college, and then now my sophomore year. It just been with me ever since. Just that dog mentality, that grit, that eager, that fire within to go kill your opponent, and just just hound like just to go impose your will almost like it just been in me. It just been embedded in me since I was in high school, but I feel like you just need to just really know what's at hand, like what's the end goal, like what do you want your end goal to be, like do you want to go play Division 1 basketball, do you want to go to the NBA? So I always tell myself like you can always go harder. So every opportunity that's given to me, I try to go 1,000% every time I step into it. So and then I feel like that's what helps my mentality grow as a player and as a person as well.
Hey, there you go, man. Obviously, always trying to find ways to grow on and off the court. And obviously, the growth and production we talked about for yourself individually this past year, what you were able to do for an offense that was one of the top offenses in this conference. You guys averaged 88.8 points per game. You had four double figure scorers with you, and you yourself, you were second on the team in scoring, only behind Duran Parrish, who averaged over 20 points per game, nearly 21 points per game for him. What was it about this offense overall to where you guys were able to impose your will, as you put it, score at will? Whenever you guys had the ball, it seemed like you were always able to put it in the hoop.
I'm gonna give credit to my head coach, Coach Owen Miller. He really talked to us like beginning of the season during the summer. Actually, he told me and the guys like we got this new offense. We really think like you're gonna like it. And then him just like telling us and just showing us in practice like how to really just play freely. That's really our biggest thing this year was just we played freely. We got to our spots and we just played basketball. And I feel like that was really comfortable for the guys and myself to just play basketball. Like, don't worry about the mistakes you make. Just go out there and give it your all, and and go. Yeah, really just hard. That's really his biggest thing, just to play hard and play free. Play hard and play free. That was his biggest thing. Play hard and play free. Because I feel like him, Coach Miller, he. Mm, I could say a lot about Coach Miller, but he just is a great guy all in all. But I feel like him and his offense, it really benefited all of us to just, you know, just open our mindsets, open our eyes, to really just play basketball the right way instead of, the wrong way in his words. But yeah, he just wanted us to play free,
Hey,
and
there
it
you go.
showed on the court.
Oh, obviously, it definitely showed on the court. You're right. I mean, that's why you guys had as many wins as you did. He's a fantastic head coach, very talented mind
Absolutely,
there in the game of basketball, no doubt in my mind there. And I mean, you guys obviously went from you guys had a great year your freshman season as well.
yeah,
And I mean, you guys, I believe, had double figure losses then, not by much, but
yeah.
then obviously this past season able to have single digit losses, have 20 plus wins, be one of the top teams in the conference. You guys seem to all take a jump together. We mentioned yourself. We mentioned obviously you guys average 88.8 points per game as one of the top offenses, but defense, you guys were able to hold people off pretty well as well. Talk me real quick about the biggest difference this past year for this Gulf Coast team to where you guys were able to have one of the most dominant seasons that this program probably has ever had.
I'll give credit to our freshman group that had came in. For example, I'll give names. So, Zachariah Dwight, King George, Jerron, um, and then our sophomores like Duran, Avon, Kari, and myself. I feel like we really just bought into the process and bought into the culture that coach was trying to bring to us, and we blossomed. We elevated. We grew our mindsets. We 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 gotten better as a team, and I feel like that's what really made us to the team that we really are. It's just the people that coach brought in, and they all bought into the process, and it helped us.
Mhm. Hey, there you go. Obviously, when you have people being bought into the process, it makes things a whole lot easier. And you yourself, you're buying into the process with East Carolina, going to the American Conference. Obviously, you had all of these Division One schools looking at you, recruiting you. You go on this visit to East Carolina, and it seemed like right afterwards you committed on the spot. Talk to me real quick about joining the Pirates. What was it about their program, their organization that you feel like this is going to be the best step for you moving forward with your basketball career compared to all of the other schools that were trying to bring you in?
I feel like what Coach Schwartz, the head coach, he really believed in me. He told me my role. He told me how they're going to use me in the offense and the defensive scheme they got. And then on my visit, I felt comfortable. When I toured the season, when I felt comfortable with the process, the plan, their goal, I felt comfortable with everything, and I fell in love with it, like right on the spot. Like he said, I committed on the spot, and I just fell in love with the coaching staff, the culture, the people that they're bringing in. I got to talk to some of their guys, and it just felt like home in the moment. Yeah, that's what really made me commit on the spot. Just the environment itself.
Hey, there you go. I've had quite a few players go through East Carolina, whether it's football, basketball, whatever, and they all love the area. Great area over there. The town, the fans always really buy into athletics over there. So no doubt in my mind, you're going to be hearing a whole lot of fans cheer for you when you slam it onto people's heads in the American Conference action. And obviously, you've been able
Absolutely.
to play alongside a lot of great talent during your time in the JUCO ranks, and you're going to be playing alongside some great talent at the Division One level as well. And I want to give you a chance to shout some names out that I can look to have on the podcast to talk about their careers, tell their stories, just as you're doing now in this segment called Who's Up Next, where you can shout some people out. I can look at what they've done and bring them on to talk about what they have done throughout their careers. So, who would you say is next up in the Slim Sports podcast?
I'm gonna give a shout out to my teammates. King George, he's an animal. He's a dog. I feel like he's gonna have an amazing sophomore season. another teammate of mine, Zachariah Dwight. He's about like he's going to definitely take a leap from this year to next year. Um, I know some guys at Jones, some guys at East Mississippi, some guys at I forgot their name, not from the top of my head, but I know they're gonna have an amazing year. But two names I do know is my teammates, King George and Zachariah White. I know those two. They're definitely gonna have a tremendous year for sure.
Hey, there you go. I mean, I saw them their freshman years, obviously this past, and yeah, they definitely put some points on the board against my team. I'm hoping that we do the same against you guys next year. We'll see what's in store for my Northeast Tigers. But I know Gulf Coast always has some dogs on their team, obviously like yourself, and you obviously took that jump from your freshman year to your sophomore year. Now you're looking to take an even bigger jump going into your junior year, obviously being at the Division One level this time around. How are you looking to really improve your game this offseason to blend into their system right away in, from day one with the program to where you can make an even bigger impact?
As soon as the school ends here at Mississippi Gulf Coast, I'm heading straight to the gym. I'm working on my touch around the rim, my pick and rolls, my reads, my short roll reads, my defensive rotations, my short game, my mid range. Like I'm working on every little aspect of my game so I could fit in with the system at East Carolina. So like that's I feel like that's what I'm going to do this whole offseason. Just work on my game, stay in shape, stay in the weight room, stay in the gym, eat right, sleep right, just do the little things to really make myself a better basketball player.
Hey, there you go, man. Definitely can't wait to see what the 26-27 season has in store for the Pirates and for the big man dunking on people, Matthew Hinton. Cannot wait to see. I have a feeling next year we're going to be seeing you on ESPN Top 10. That's just my prediction,
Yeah.
but my predictions are known to come true on the podcast. I will say that.
Okay.
So cannot wait to see what you end up doing throughout your career moving forward. And you already know this time next year, we're going to be showing off those dunks, showing off those highlights, and all the wins and championships you're going to win next year back on the podcast next season, man. Cannot wait to see what is in store. Thank you so much for hopping on the podcast today for an incredible interview.
Thank you for having me. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go Pirates. Go Pirates, baby. Thank you. Thank you for having me, though. I appreciate this.